One recurring feedback I kept getting for all my videos was that the videos were confusing, and after trying a lot of different strategies and different ways of doing things, I figured out it was because of the scripting. In this video, I'm gonna give you the perfect way to script your videos so that you can publish more videos. Make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and also watch this video till the end because I'm gonna give you my outline for how I script all my videos going forward. I remember the first time I picked up the camera to just start filming for professionals, and I can understand the pressure professionals feel when it comes to filming and just being on camera, because it's not just for entertainment anymore, but you are filming to represent your brand and build your business. So there's a pressure to do everything correctly and do everything perfectly. I remember I would spend hours upon hours just on my Kindle right here, researching the topics and finding the perfect sentences, the perfect way to say something so I can say this exact same thing verbatim, only to just choke up when it was time to actually say the thing. Another problem with using script is people say, okay, I'm gonna have the script and I'm gonna have a teleprompter and I'm gonna read from the teleprompter. I used to do the exact same thing. I would have a 4-page script in front of a teleprompter. Of course, you know, you have to exude the right emotions with the words you're saying to keep your audience engaged. But unfortunately, teleprompters just have you looking up and down the screen. It's easy to know when someone is using the teleprompter. You can just see the eyes going up, down, and it just comes off as distracting and inauthentic too. Here's a rule of thumb I'm gonna give you. If you have to use a script, you don't understand the topic, and the best thing you can do is just to pull back and go research more on the topic and absorb the topic and make sure the topic becomes part of you. Here is the much better alternative to scripts: outlines. Outlines are just more flexible, and I've been able to pump out more videos and less confusing videos because of outlines. I'm going to show you my outline right now so you can see exactly what the outline should look like. Now we're looking at the outline with several sections, and if I scroll down here, you're going to see where we are exactly in this video. We're in this portion. There's a reason why there are 4 sections. The first is the audio script, which is simply what I'm going to be saying. Anything that has to be heard goes on here, and I'm focusing on certain keywords instead of just writing a whole paragraph. The focus here is on certain keywords that need to be said in the audio. Then we move on to the visual script. The visuals is simply anything that needs to be written while explaining a topic. So if you are going to be having a list, if you're going to have any script on the page, it needs to be under the visual script here. And then there's the pattern interrupt. I'm sure you guys noticed me punching the stuffed doll in the beginning. That's a pattern interrupt. The pattern interrupt is simply about bringing the person's attention back to the video. Now we're going to talk about the 2 biggest benefits for using outlines. Outlines are good because it allows you to tell stories. So whenever you're reading from a script, you're locked in because you have to follow all the words accordingly. But if you just have an outline, it gives you space to just be in that talkative mood. As you keep talking, you get into a talkative state and you just get on a roll where genius flows. So to get to that talkative state, you really just can't be reading off a script. It impedes you. The best thing is just to have a concept you want to explain, and then find your way explaining it in the moment. And as you're explaining that concept in the moment, even more ideas come up. That's how people get to know that you're being authentic and you actually understand the topic which you're presenting. And lastly, it is so much easier now to give instructions to your editors, your video editors, if you have an outline. If you have a script that has no place for visuals and pattern interrupt, for example, you really confuse your video editor. And I've done the exact same thing before, just with the script and going back and forth with your video editor. With an outline that has a space for the visual scripts and the pattern interrupt, is so much easier to communicate with your editors and they know exactly where to add b-rolls or text or all this extra effects that keep your videos engaging. If you're having trouble creating that first real estate video, I have a video right here that you can click. It just shows you the basic buttons you need to create your own first real estate video by yourself to a professional standard.